the New Universal Library, Bahamas, British colony in the West Indies area, 4404 square meter, population 113000, comprising a chain of 700 islands and 2000 coral reefs stretching for 500 miles from the coast of Florida to Cuba. The chief islands are Grand Bahama, Great Abaco, the New Providence, and Eleuthera. Only 22 islands are inhabited. They have a healthy subtropical climate with notably mild winters. The mean temperature at Nassau, notably mild winters. The mean temperature at Nassau is 72 Fahrenheit in January, 83 degrees Fahrenheit in July. The annual rainfall of 50 in falls mainly in the summer. Destructive hurricanes often sweep the islands in autumn, stunting the natural vegetation of dwarf pines and palms, sponge fishing, and the cultivation of sisal, were formerly the principal sources of wealth, now overtaken by the tourist industry and the cultivation of tomatoes, grapefruit, and pineapples for the American market. Rambling and salt racking are the chief national industries. Fishing for turtles and pearls oysters is still important. Trade is mainly with America, Canada, and Britain. Most food, clothing, and machinery needed by islanders is imported. About 15% of the people of the European descent, the remainder being descendants of former slaves. English is universally spoken. Nassau, the capital, is situated on New Providence Island. Internal self-government was achieved in January 1964. Since then, many offers of property in the Bahamas have been taken by purchasers in the United Kingdom. For history, see British West Indies, Bahar Muhammad Taqi Malik Ash-Shoara, 1886-1950, Persian poet and man of letters, born in Mashhad. At the age of 24, he began the publication of a newspaper, which served as a vehicle for the reforming and the revolutionary ideas then pervading Persia. In 1915, he was elected deputy to the Majlis Parliament in Tehran, where he was one of the most active members of the Nationalist Democratic Party. Towards the end of his life, he published his memoir of this period. After the accession of Reza Shah, he confined himself to academic pursuits, but returned to politics after 1941, becoming Minister for Education in 1946. He died in Switzerland after some years of illness. Apart from his numerous poems of considerable merit, Bahar gained a great reputation as a scholar. His 3-volume History of Persian Prose in a standard work. He also edited the text of a number of important Persian classics. In the view of more than one literary critic, he was the greatest poet to have appeared in Persia since the Middle Ages. Bahia Blanca, seaport of Argentina, with dry docks, shipbuilding yards and meat packing plants. Its exports are meat, wool, and grain from the southern Pampas and Patagonia. The town was founded as a fort in 1828. Bahima, pastoral people of western Uganda. Their traditions point to an original immigration from the northeast, since when they have intermixed with the cultivating peoples of the area. They form an aristocracy in Unyoro, a ruling castle in Toro, and a dynastic domination in Ankole. But in Uganda, they have become herdsmen. The women, carefully dressed, are the only women of Central Africa to go veiled. Bahr, Arabic word for a body of waters generally. It often occurs in the names of rivers and seas in southwestern Asia and parts of Africa. Bahrain, independent sheikhdom under British protection since 1861. Area 213 square meter. Population 144,000, consisting of a low-lying archipelago in the Persian Gulf, 20 miles off the Arabic coast. Its importance as the center of the Persian Gulf pearl fishing industry has been overshadowed since 1932 by its development as a center of oil production and refining. Its walls produce about 1.1/2 million tons annually. Its refinery fed partly from Saudi Arabia and was about 10 million tons yearly. Bahram, name of several Persian kings and others, of whom the best known are Bahran Ghor, son of Badagir, placed under the care of King of Hira near Kufa. He grew up accustomed to the desert life of the Arabs, to which circumstance or to his fondness for the chase of the wild ass, Persian Ghor, or to an incident connected with it. His nickname is due. Returning to Persia, he reigned as Bahran 5 to 138. He is credited with victories over the Hephthalites and expeditions more or less fabulous to India, Constantinople, and the Yemen. Bahram Chubin, it means wooden. Successful general of Hormuz IV, reigned 579-90, who rebelled and after the removal of Hormuz drove his son Parviz Khosroes from Persia. Parviz, with Byzantine help, defeated Bahram Chubin, who fled to the Turks and Balkh and was later assassinated. Baidawi Nasir ad-Din Din-ar died in 1286. Persian theologian, historian, and jurist who served as Qadi in Shiraz for many years. His reputation is based mainly on his Arabic commentary on the Quran, the Anwar at-Tanzil, Lights of Revelation, but he also wrote on many other subjects, including a history of the world in the Persian, Baikal, freshwater lake of Soviet Russia in Siberia, 360 miles long, 50 miles wide, and over 4,000 feet in depth, containing seals and many types of fish. In winter, It is entirely frozen over. It is the world's deepest lake.